What if the last person you ever see is yourself, hiding from an invisible terror? In the heart of Los Angeles, at a hotel steeped in death, a young woman vanished without a trace. Her final moments, captured on camera, have haunted the world for over a decade. This is the story of Eliza Lam and the Cecil Hotel, a mystery that defies explanation. Was it madness, murder, or something far more sinister lurking in the shadows? Eliza Lam was a 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, embarking on a solo trip down the West Coast in January 2013. Described by friends as bright, creative, and adventurous, she documented her journey on her Tumblr blog, sharing thoughts on life, literature, and her struggles with bipolar disorder. But beneath her optimistic posts lay a history of mental health challenges. Eliza had experienced manic episodes before, but nothing prepared her for what awaited at the Cecil Hotel. Built in 1924 as a luxury destination, the Cecil Hotel quickly became a symbol of decay in downtown LA Skid Row. Nicknamed Hotel Death, it has seen over 16 documented murders and unexplained deaths. In the 1980s, serial killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, lived here during his killing spree, dumping bloody clothes in the dumpster. A decade later, Austrian murderer Jack Unterweger checked in while posing as a journalist, strangling victims in the rooms. Whispers of hauntings abound. Guests report ghostly apparitions, cold spots, and elevators that move on their own. By 2013, the Cecil was a mix of transients, tourists, and torment, a perfect storm for tragedy. On January 31, 2013, Eliza was last seen at the Cecil. She was scheduled to check out that day and head to Santa Cruz, but she never did. Her parents, unable to reach her, reported her missing. The Los Angeles Police Department launched a search, scouring the hotel and the surrounding area. They found no signs of foul play, no trace of Eliza. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. After 2 weeks with no leads, the police made a desperate move. They released a video that would turn the case into a global obsession. The footage is from a security camera inside one of the Cecil's elevators, recorded on the night Eliza disappeared. It's almost 4 minutes long, silent, and deeply unsettling. The video shows Eliza entering the elevator. She presses multiple buttons, but the doors don't close. She steps out, peering cautiously into the hallway, then quickly steps back in, pressing herself against the wall as if hiding. She peeks out again, then jumps out into the hall. Her movements are strange, almost choreographed. She waves her hands, her fingers contorting in unnatural ways. Is she talking to someone just out of frame, or is she having a conversation with herself? For a moment, she disappears from view, then returns to the elevator one last time, pressing more buttons, before finally walking away. Seconds later, the elevator doors finally close, as if released from some invisible hold. The video went viral. Millions of people watched, each with their own theory. Was she being pursued by someone? The way she hid in the corner of the elevator suggests fear. But who was she hiding from? No one else appears in the footage. Was she on drugs? A toxicology report later found no illegal substances in her system. Others believed she was having a psychotic episode, a manifestation of her bipolar disorder. Her strange gestures and conversation with an unseen person could be symptoms of mania or psychosis. Then there were the paranormal theories. Given the Cecil Hotel's haunted history, many believed Eliza was interacting with a spirit, or that a malevolent force was trapping her in the elevator. The door's refusal to close seemed to defy mechanical explanation. Was Eliza a victim of the hotel's lingering darkness? For 19 agonizing days, the search continued. Meanwhile, at the Cecil Hotel, guests began to complain. The water pressure was low. The water itself was discolored, blackish, and had a strange, sweet taste. On the morning of February 19th, a maintenance worker was sent to investigate the hotel's rooftop water tanks. He climbed the ladder, unlocked the hatch of the main tank, and made a gruesome discovery. Floating face up in the dark water was the body of Eliza Lam. She was naked, her clothes found in the tank with her, seemingly weighed down by the water. The discovery only deepened the mystery. How did she get there? The rooftop was supposed to be locked and alarmed, accessible only to hotel staff. And even if she managed to get to the roof, how did she get inside the massive water tank? The hatch was heavy and would have been difficult to lift from the outside, let alone close from the inside. And why was she naked? The official autopsy report ruled her death an accidental drowning, with her bipolar disorder listed as a significant contributing factor. The police concluded she had experienced a manic episode, somehow made her way to the roof, climbed into the tank, and drowned. But this official explanation left many unsatisfied. For those who suspect foul play, the police theory is full of holes. How could a lone disoriented woman get past a locked alarmed door, climb a 10-foot tank, and lift a heavy hatch by herself? And if she was in a state of psychosis, would she have had the presence of mind to remove her clothes before getting in? Some theories point to a hotel employee, someone with access to the roof and a key to the alarm. Others suggest another guest was involved, someone who could have forced her into the tank. Yet no DNA evidence of another person was ever found. No suspects were ever named. The paranormal theories also gained more traction. One of the most bizarre coincidences is the case linked to a 2005 horror film called Dark Water. The movie features a mother and daughter who move into a creepy apartment building. They experience strange, dark water coming from their faucets, and the daughter has an imaginary friend. In the end, they discover the body of a young girl who drowned in the building's rooftop water tank. The similarities are uncanny. The name of the mother in the film is Dahlia, and the daughter's is Chexi, a chilling echo of the Cecil Hotel. Was it just a coincidence, or something more? Even the location where her body was found has a strange, dark connection. A tuberculosis test, known as the LAM ELISA test, is often used in areas like Skid Row, which has a high rate of the disease. Lamelisa her name. The test, the location. It has a string of coincidences so improbable that it feels like a clue from a cryptic puzzle. These synchronicities have led many to believe that the entire event was scripted by a force beyond our understanding. The case of Elisa Lam remains officially closed, but the questions linger. We are left with the chilling footage of her last known moments, a silent film of fear and confusion that offers no clear answers. Was it a tragic accident fueled by a mental health crisis, a carefully concealed murder, or an encounter with the supernatural in one of America's most haunted hotels? Perhaps the truth is a combination of all three, a perfect storm of human vulnerability in a place saturated with sorrow. The elevator doors at the Cecil Hotel closed that night on a mystery that continues to haunt us, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying phantoms are the ones we can't see. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by unsolved mysteries, be sure to subscribe for more.